Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Gossip Goals. We are an F1 podcast with a fun pop cultural twist. My name is Tasia,
I'm Candace.
and we are your hosts. Today, we are so excited. Yet another episode. And yes, we are still without F1, but we still have some fun things to talk about. Candace, kick us off. What is on your mind today?
I think the biggest thing on my mind today is GP leaving Red Bull. So Max's longtime race engineer, they've been together since 2016. He's leaving Red Bull to go to McLaren to be their head of racing, but not until 2028.
Well, did it say at the latest 2028?
Yeah, 2028 at the latest.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so does that mean he could join next year? Like,
It's very vague and it's such the time's
right?
so weird because we are like we're Q2 of 2026. So like who knows, right? I think his contract
Right.
ends December 2027. So maybe he'll leave Red Bull earlier if he needs to take that gardening leave period. I don't know how long that'll be, like 6
Right.
months. But it's very weird to announce this move so early.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't know how it's feasible that he could stay at like a main competitor for like a year and a half,
Yeah.
and things still work smoothly for him. They're gonna
Right.
have to take him out of key meetings, but so then he's not gonna be able to do his job. Like, it's very
No,
messy.
fair. Fair. I saw
So
something that was like, it was a TikTok. I just pulled it up because I wanted to like really find it and make sure that I wasn't saying anything wrong. But how people are asking, everyone was asking, is Max gonna retire? And as a Max girl, like this was the worst news ever. And it was it's floating around on X that Max was asked, like, okay, for real, if you were to win a fifth title or like Le Mans, which one? And Max said fifth title. And so it gives me hope. I'm like, okay, so has Max not lost hope yet? Like, is he gonna try to stick it out and get his fifth, which I would love for that to be the case because 2 points away last season, homegirl really thought he was getting it. So I
well,
feel like there's some unfinished business.
yeah. And like the thing is, this was the first time with the GP news. This was the first time I was like, "Oh, Max might actually retire," because Max has been threatening to retire basically since he won his first WDC, and he had said, I don't know, like 5 years ago, that if GP leaves, he's leaving the sport, and now GP is leaving the
Yes.
sport. So now I'm just thinking, is he actually going to retire? But that news that Max would prefer his fifth to a Le Mans win, that gives us both hope. I mean, I think his contract ends in 2028,
Yeah.
so he still has like a couple of years to go.
I
Um,
can deal with that. I'm fine. Like I can deal with a couple more years. So let's
yeah,
get down to business, Max. Let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get the fifth.
yeah.
I'd be happy to see another great Max season. He wants to be done. He can be done. Boom. I'm happy.
And
Fine by
also,
me.
Max said he gave GP his blessing. Like GP came and talked to him about it, and he said he absolutely had to do it. It's a great offer, for his family, for him, the
Yeah.
security. And so it feels like too, because the role that GP would be going into, Andrea Stella is doing that as well as being team principal.
Mhm.
So, maybe that opens up the room for GP to become a team principal one day if that's something you're
Mhm.
interested in.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's obviously like a stellar move for him, but us Max fans, it was worrisome. Worrisome to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, I love you, Max fans. I'm a Max ally, by
Love
power
that.
of friendship. I'm a Max ally. But y'all are spoiled. You're so spoiled.
Well, my two favorites are
For world championships. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile,
I
Carlos Sainz fans are just like, I hope he's still in the game. Like, I hope he still has a job. I mean, even like, can you imagine being a fan? And this is something that I've been thinking a lot about recently. Can you imagine being like Esteban Ocon's number one fan? Like, that's a that's a difficult road to leave because
Yeah.
he had such potential and he's been in and out through no fault of its own. And every year you're like, is this it? You know?
Someone's gotta do it.
It feels like silly season's been happening for the people behind the scenes, but also like no one's been talking about driver silly season, but this could be a really silly season because most of the people on the grid, they signed their contracts in 2024.
Right. So, yeah, I feel like things could definitely get bonkers, but also, like, still too early. Like, things have been pretty wild still, honestly, with
Yeah,
especially with the GP news and, it's been more wild in the, like, not drivers sector, but, like, team, positions, like the higher ups, if you will. So, I think if that's already going crazy, I'm like, I should maybe buckle in for when the drivers start going through silly season shenanigans.
yeah. I pulled up, I put it at the bottom of the notes, but I found this little chart on ESPN. And a lot of the drivers, when they signed their contracts in 2024, they signed multi-year contracts. So nobody really knows what that is. But people who we do know whose contracts are going to be up, like Alonso, George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, Colapinto, Lindblad, Leon Lawson, they all definitely are up in 2026. But like Checo, Valtteri, Nico, Abby, Ollie, Eddie, Carlos, Alex, they all signed their contracts in 2024. So they might be moving too, but, like, how could you
Yeah.
move anything because nobody knows anything about these cars yet? We've had 3
Yeah.
races, 2 canceled
Yeah.
races, nobody knows anything about the cars, nobody knows anything about the rules, like, you can't even make an educated decision on where to go because everything's
Nobody
gonna keep
knows.
changing so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, I know I'm
Honestly,
gonna be
like,
stressed.
yeah, all I have to say is, like, who knows? I don't know. I feel like this season is so, like, even when we talk about predictions, I'm like, I don't know. Like, with the regulations and everything, I just feel like, I mean, which I guess it's kind of fun for things to not be predictable, but I don't know. It feels a little like, I really don't know this sport like I thought I did, which because everything is so new. And so I feel like I'm just really figuring things out and I'm kind of ready for the dust to settle. And thinking about like silly season on top of that is a little
It's too
like
much.
stressful. Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
much. I need some sort of balance and some sort of neutral
Yes.
that then we can
Yes.
add in, like, craziness potential for change, but I'm so
Right.
unmoored, like, there's no foundation. It's like I'm floating in the ocean. I have no fucking clue.
Okay. I'm glad it's not just me that felt that way.
Okay, good.
Glad we agree on that.
It's so weird. It's such a weird time,
Yeah.
girl. Okay, well, on that note, let's talk Miami. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. Honestly, I'm just the most concerned about my outfits. I
Okay,
feel like I don't know what to pack. I still don't have my itinerary. Don't worry,
okay.
guys. It's coming together. But I mean, that's just motorsports. If you are a creator listening to this who has been to a race weekend with a brand or a team, you know how last minute everything is. I'm even surprised that I knew who I was going with and what brand deals I was working on Miami weekend. I knew 2 weeks ago. So like that is like a
That's a win.
record breaking. No, that's literally record breaking. Like, I'm not saying this to shade brands or anything like that or F1. Like, that's just how it works. Like, because it's a moving circus. Like, they're always focused on like I am someone that is severely ADHD. I can't focus on something that's happening in 3 months when I have like two other things happening this month. Like, I can loosely plan, but like really getting down to the nitty gritty, I can't do that because my brain just like doesn't work. So like, I've never like faulted people that work in F1 for that because obviously, like you have two other, three other, four other races before the race that I'm attending with you. Like, of course, I don't have an itinerary yet. Like, I get that. But I knew I was going like a month before Miami, which is awesome because last year I found out 2.5 weeks before. So this was like a win for me. I was like, ooh, yay, I'm sitting comfy. Like, flights are booked, hotels booked, all the things. Just waiting for my itinerary, but I'm super excited. Um, so yeah, I'll be in the Ferrari Paddock Club with IBM on Friday. And then the big bulk of my trip is with Jim Beam. So they are the official spirits partner of the Cadillac Formula One team. And you guys know I love me some Cadillac, so I'm super excited about that. And then I'm also gonna be doing some things with Dermalogica, which hold please, I'm a huge Dermalogica fan. Literally, this is gone. It's an empty. This I use every day. This all the time. This and I have bought some of these products with my own money. Like, they have sent me some gifts, but this thing is like $70 almost. She's almost gone. She's, like, down to here. I fucking love Dermalogica. So, when that email was in my inbox, I said, "Girl, say less. Say less." I did. Who's winning? Well, Kimmy had a really fun time during the sprint. He got the sprint pole last year.
Yeah.
So I could see Kimmy doing really well again this year. He's doing, well so far this season. Um, yeah. I mean, I could see that. I could also I think the Ferraris will do well. I don't know how well, but I think they will do well. Williams, send up a hope and a prayer. Sending up a hope and a prayer. That's
Listen,
that's that's about it on that.
Listen, Williams said that they're bringing a lot of changes to
Yep.
Miami. I think
Yep.
they've done something with the floor. They've changed the way the car's downforce works. They say they're doing a lot, right? So on one hand, I'm like, yay, maybe things will look up. On the other hand, everybody
Yep.
else is doing a lot. And also, I don't trust Williams anymore
Lip
after
service. We don't want
after
it to
they
just be lip service.
Exactly. After you guys missed testing, like, I can no longer believe anything that comes out of your mouth, even though
Right.
James is very earnest
Right.
and trustworthy when talking to us. Who knows? But I honestly think we could see the McLaren Renaissance happen in Miami.
I was literally just gonna say also, I mean, previously, both Oscar and Lando have had great races in Miami. So
Yeah.
like that, but also just the fact that I think they've got it together now. Like
Yeah.
it seems like, the the waiting in the water is over. Um it was fun while it lasted. Sorry, McLaren fans. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. But it was fun while it lasted. I think they're back. They're back. They're ready.
I,
And I'm happy for them, truly, truly, because that was hard to watch. That was really, really tough. That was tough.
Listen, when we were in China and both of them didn't start that race, that was
In the arms
rough.
of the angel, fly away. It was bad. It was bad.
Oh man,
Tragic.
that was really difficult. But yeah, I mean last year Oscar won, the year before Lando won. You're right.
Yep.
This is a good track for them. I think they're
Yep.
gonna go places.
Yep. It only
'Cause
would make sense for a McLaren to do well in Miami over the past few years. Like it's just been good. It feels like it's, a track that they really like. And,
Mhm.
Oscar finally starting a race, last race and podium and being on the podium. You love to see it. So let's keep it going for McLaren. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, keep it moving, keep it pushing. It's also a sprint race too. So I think some kooky things could happen from that too.
My faves, I know everyone hates on a sprint, but I love it. I love it when you're there, obviously. Like it's a ton of fun when you're there because you just get to do and see so much. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I love a sprint race weekend. So fun.
I feel like sprint race weekends, I've never actually seen a sprint race weekend in person. The only races I've been to did not have sprints when I went. Not all sprint races are created equally.
I remember qualifying, sprint quali being really, really exciting. And that was the
Yeah.
moment, that moment that Kimmy secured
That's for
sprint pole. Yeah. And Lando was so excited for him. Like that was a lot of fun to see too. So
yeah.
I think it'll be a lot of fun, and, I'm excited. I'm excited for Miami. It's a really fun race to be at, and while it's hot as hell, I think it just always has, like, the coolest energy. The activations off track are sick. So many teams are doing so many things, like, it's even if you're just living in Miami and you're an F1 fan and you're not going to the race, like, there's so much to do and so many opportunities to, like, see drivers, so I think it's just such a great race for F1 fans. So I'm excited. Really, really excited.
Yeah, I think Miami, there are a few races each year that I get real FOMO not being there. And I'm like, well, I want to try
Yeah.
going to like these activations and stuff. And Miami is one of them. Miami
Yeah.
and Coda, I feel like those seem to be like the really fun fan ones.
Yeah. I agree.
Silverstone
I
is
totally
getting
agree.
better. I think Silverstone's problem is Silverstone isn't in London, so it's like how much to do where and when. So when
Yeah.
I went to Silverstone in 2022, they weren't even doing fan things like they are now.
Yeah.
So it was very much like I went, I sat in my little chair the entire time, and I had a great time. Um,
Yeah.
but it wasn't near the scale that it is now or some of the other races.
Yeah, like Silverstone did the McLaren Live event last year, which
Yeah.
they're bringing to Miami. Like that's the similar vibe they're bringing to Miami this year. Um, so yeah, definitely Silva is getting a lot like bigger. So even if you're only going for one day, or even if you're not, if you're just in London and you can't afford to go to the track, like you're still gonna get a lot of cool F1 activation. So I would love to see more races. I know every track and like city can't really accommodate things like that, but I would love to see that happen a little bit more for the race fans that like can't make it to the race, but might be feeling FOMO because they're like all the races in or near my city, but like I can't afford to get there. So
Yeah. And it's really fun too because the day after is the Met Gala.
oh, yes, I know. I'm excited about that. I remember last year, Molly and I, our flight got canceled, so we stayed in Miami an extra day. So we watched it in our Miami hotel after being at the pool all day. Literally just I love watching the red carpet, the Met Gala red carpet. So fun. Seeing Lewis being like, "Oh, he was on track and now he's on the Met Gala red carpet." Love to see it. Love it. And that was when Damson came in on the F1 car, remember?
Yes, he came in and they
Yeah.
stripped off the suit to reveal like the Tommy suit
For
underneath.
Tommy.
So,
Yup.
so good.
Yup. It was so good. I loved that.
So
That was a
fun
lot of
fact,
fun.
you know how I used to work at Tommy? They have an archive in I think Long Island City that has like archives from all the old collections and you can go see
Yes.
what like they've done for the different Met Galas for both Tommy and Calvin because Tommy the company owns Calvin and so that was like really cool to go and just see like the history behind each garment.
I
And
love that.
some of Tommy's stuff before he did, like, Tommy Hilfiger because he had
Yeah.
another store and brand called People's Place. So that was, like, really cool to see that, because 'cause I'm a fashion history buff, so that was really cool to see in person.
I love that. I
Yeah.
always see, like I always say, like, Miami and going straight into the Met Gala, like, that's my Coachella. Like, this a lot of big F1 races are my Coachella, honestly. Like, but Miami is my Coachella because the weather like, Coda's too hot. I'm sorry, that's not my Coachella. I'm, like, trying to survive during Coda, okay? But, like, Miami really is my Coachella, and I never really have FOMO about Coachella because that's just, like, not really my vibe, but I had FOMO this year. The JB of it
Yeah.
all, seeing Billy be the one less lonely girl, I'm a little Madonna, like, I have FOMO for the first time about Coachella, and I could have witnessed, I don't know, Lewis Hamilton trying to hide that he's Lewis Hamilton at Coachella, like
With Kim Kardashian,
yeah.
by the
Okay,
way.
I have to confess, every time someone says her name, I only say it like that Michaela girl,
Kim
the makeup
Kardashian.
girl, the Kim Kardashian. That's how I say it and hear it every time someone says Kim's name. I always go, "Kim Kardashian." That's the only way. The only way.
Kim Kardashian.
She's
I
also
think
a mess.
she's a mess too. And Valtteri and Daniel Ricciardo were there as well this weekend,
Love,
I think,
love,
which is
love.
honestly pretty iconic.
Honestly. No, they're all like, everyone went on their little a lot of them were in Paris during this little break. Or, I've seen like that they're all kind of making their way over to the States like now to be here like, you know, a little early, decent things, bop around. I think it's always fun to see F1 drivers at like other things. Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they are people that enjoy other things.
I wonder who's gonna turn up in New York because I feel like every year a couple of them end up in New York before or
I
after
feel like
Miami.
well, we know Lewis definitely will come after Miami because then, they go to Canada and it's so easy from here to Canada. So definitely Lewis. But before, I'm like, I feel like there has to be, or maybe not, I don't know, there's usually some sort of, like, activation in New York, like, the week before Miami happens.
Yeah.
Some team,
Usually someone
someone,
appears on, like,
something.
late night as well, like, there's usually, like, a late night
Yeah,
appearance. So
yeah.
we'll see who pops up. And honestly, we'll see if Lewis and Kim K walk that Met Gala together.
You think they'll walk together?
I don't know. I don't know. It's
I
still
wouldn't
a
be
little early.
surprised, but I also feel like they would do it separately. I wouldn't be surprised if even maybe, like, they did photos together for, like, online or, like, or photos, like, not on the carpet, like,
Yeah.
photos after they got ready or something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see, because 'cause we're already getting the soft launching, so I'm like, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if
we're
we
already
got, like.
getting comments on Insta, you know?
Right, right, right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were actually gonna get, like, some type of photo, but I don't know if we'll see a red carpet moment. But
Yeah.
still wouldn't be surprised if we did.
Do you think she'll be in the paddock with you in Miami?
With me! Yes! Kim's gonna be with me. Guys,
Oh
you
my
heard it
gosh,
here
you
first.
can get boots on the ground.
Kim, she's gonna be right next to me. We're gonna be
That's my
kikiing.
ego.
No.
Oh my god,
I
could you
think if she's gonna be in the I'm only gonna be in Ferrari Paddock Club on Friday, so I
okay.
don't think she would be like, that's when, like, usually brands entertain, like, media that
Yeah.
day, so I don't think she'd be there. I don't even think she'd be there all weekend, even if
No,
that
she'd be
wasn't
there
the
for the
case,
race
and it
if
would
she's
just be for
there.
Sunday. Yeah, like, she's gonna come in, and and she wouldn't actually be in the Paddock Club, she would be in
She'd be in the
their
garage.
hospitality, or
Okay.
yeah, and she'd be in, like, the team hospitality,
Yeah, yeah.
the, like, yeah, the little separate area. But, yeah, I'm not in the Paddock or Paddock Club on Sunday, so I will probably miss the really, really big stars, unfortunately, but that's
Well,
okay.
you're a big star to me, girl, so
Thank you. Last year, I was able to get, a hot lap on Sunday, and that is when I saw Tyler Hoechlin, AKA Derek from Teen Wolf, was standing right behind me, and I was like, "Oh, let me just get a video of myself because 'cause I'm filming for content." No, I was trying to sneak a video of Tyler behind me, and Peter from Teen Wolf was there as well, Ian. I passed out. I was literally like, "This is too much for me to handle. Too much.
Tasia
Too
Joel
much."
Johnson, I would have been just a gibbering mess. Like, I don't know, like,
No, it was bad. I was literally like, "Stay calm, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm," because, as we all know, Teen Wolf is one of my favorite, like, top 3 favorite shows, which is not embarrassing for me to say. I don't care who knows it. It's one of my top 3 favorite
living
shows
true.
ever.
Yeah, it's a
Thank
great
you.
show.
So, yeah, I'm hoping to see some fun celebs just because I always think that's a lot of fun, but no promises. I mean, last year I was only in the Paddock on Friday and was able to take a hot lap on Sunday, and I saw some cool celebs, but now I'll be there Friday and Saturday, so fingers crossed. I will be on celeb sighting duty. Don't
Also,
you
was
worry,
your
guys.
hot lap with Valtteri?
Yes,
Iconic.
sure was. Sure was. I don't have a
I
hot lap this year yet, if someone's watching this.
Well, fingers crossed it'll be someone as good as Valtteri. Although,
I'm available.
yeah.
Oh my god, my dream. A hot lap, Colton Herta. Could you imagine?
Cadillac, are
How
you
sick.
listening?
Are you listening, Cadillac? Come on,
Are you
let's
saying
make it
Cadillac?
happen.
It's me,
Let's make it
Kevin.
happen.
Please get Tasia. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to see what Colton is doing. Is there an F2 race in Miami?
Yes.
You'll get to see him.
I know!
Wait,
All
that's
my fave
it.
drivers are finally, like, in the same, series,
Yeah,
so I'm very excited. I feel like a spoiled gal.
yeah.
He was my one IndyCar driver, and now that he's in, the F1 umbrella, I'm like, "Great." Makes it so easy for me. All my faves, 1 lane.
Perfect.
Perfect. We're good. We're good. Moving on to other sports, this news really, like, actually rocked my fucking world when I saw Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe announce that they were separating. Like, I don't know how that hit you. Me as a lesbian in sports, I literally was like, I mean, I know that
No, girl.
there's limits, like, but what?
Shocking to me.
Yeah.
I haven't really interacted, like, I don't listen to their podcast or anything, but they always
Mm.
seemed like really solid and such like a bedrock in the women's sports community, especially since they're soccer and basketball royalty. So
Yes.
when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. But also my first thought was you. Like I immediately sent you the TikTok that I saw. I was just like, oh my God, Tasia, are you okay?
I literally, so I was sitting on the couch and Molly was like standing up doing something and I literally went, "Oh my god." And Molly's like, "What? What?" And I said, "Megan and Sue are separating." And Molly was like, "Shut up. No way. No way." Like we were freaked out. And I was like, "What is going on?" It has been a rough like last year for lesbians. And I just think like in the online space like some lesbian like TikTokers and stuff like that have broken up and gotten divorced or like messy things have happened. And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, Molly, are we next? Like, do they
No.
know something we don't? Like, what is going on? It is wild. It is wild. So that was rough. I am a child of divorce, literally. But I mean, they seem to be, very nice about it.
Mhm.
And, I wish the best for them both. Wish the best, obviously. I did want to talk about one thing with other sports. I didn't add it, but I do want to talk about this. Also on this topic, so the WNBA just, had their draft and things are still kind of, working out with teams, rosters, yada yada. And if you don't know, like I'm a huge New York Liberty fan. Me and Molly's probably our favorite player is Natasha Cloud. And as of right now, she is not going to come back to the Liberty. And a lot of people are speculating that it is because of her super amazing like activism and how loud and proud she has been for Palestine, for Sudan, for like literally anything that you could think of, like speaking out against ICE, like everything, which is a big reason why I love her and I love her for the Liberty. And she's still not signed to a team at all. I'd love for her to come back to Liberty, but she's not signed to a team at all, and she is amazing. So that has just like really been weighing on me and is making me really upset because that is a sports person that I just truly, truly, truly like really, really love. She's done a lot of great work with Zoran as well, New York City's mayor. Um, and they've been in, videos and content together. So it's just like upsetting as a New York Liberty fan. I mean, if you go on to their Instagram and look at the comments, like when people talk about rosters or re-signing or welcoming a new person like on the Liberty team, all the comments are about like, what about T Cloud? What about T Cloud? So we have her jersey. Like that's the only Liberty jersey we have is her because we're so 10 toes down for her. And it's just like sad that she's most likely not returning. So yeah, that is depressing for me. Very, very depressing. That's sports, I guess. That's sports.
That's sports, but also that's something I could see happening in men's sports. Like we've seen what happened with Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. But I always
Yep.
was under the assumption that women's sports, especially women's sports leagues in the key, like very liberal cities, I didn't realize that that would be a problem. I thought
Yep.
that would be a
It
bonus.
I'm really I'm curious. It feels like that is the case. It's hard to think that it's not, but then there are
Yeah.
people being like, we have a cost cap, right? Like they can't afford her. But she just posted on Threads like I think it was 4 hours ago and it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like it's a cost cap issue. So I don't know. It's just I'm hoping things work out for her just because she is a phenomenal like sports person. I think she's really a huge, huge integral part of the WNBA. So it just feels like I don't know. I've never really felt this like I feel really affected by it, like genuinely. So sad, really, really sad about that. I'm still a Liberty fan, but it is jarring to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. That's tough.
Love you, Lib. Love you, Liberty. Love you, love you, love you. But I miss T Cloud. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. You'll be the first to know. You'll be the first to know. Of course. Of course, of course. Um, moving on to pop culture. Candace, what's this Avatar Last Airbender leak? What's this
Okay.
all about?
Yeah, so Avatar: The Last Airbender started off as a Nickelodeon cartoon. They've done a
Oh,
couple. Yeah.
oh.
So, wait, do you know the premise of Avatar?
Like, yes, but I just don't think I
Okay.
knew. Avatar is also like a big thing. So I
So,
feel like there's a lot. It feels kind of like almost like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how that's like a lot. I'm like, I feel like Avatar's a lot. There's a lot under that umbrella.
There's a lot under the umbrella. Like, it started off
Yeah.
as a 3-season cartoon on Nickelodeon. Then, it went up, like, it sort of disappeared, but it was like everybody's childhood. Then they made like a
Right.
really crappy movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan in like the 20 teens, I think, which everybody hated because they made all the main characters white when the entire series is based off of different Asian
Yes.
nations. So everyone's just like,
Yes.
why you as an Asian man, the only Asian people you casted were the bad guys? Like, what's going on with
Mm,
that? Dev Patel was in it. Love Dev Patel. He was the only good part about the movie. But
love
they
him.
didn't do the trilogy because it was so bad. Then they did a second cartoon series, which was like a little older, also on Nickelodeon, where it was the next Avatar in the cycle. Um, Korra, Legend of Korra, and she's
Oh,
queer.
yes.
So that was exciting. And
I do
then
remember that.
started a live action adaptation, which the creators of the OG Avatar had started being involved in, but then there was like sort of weirdness going on. So they left and they started doing a new movie that was animated, and it was supposed to be released in theaters. And then Paramount came in and they're like, no, no, this is going to be only released on Paramount Plus because they want to get more people to subscribe to Paramount Plus. So somehow hackers got the entire Avatar movie and leaked it like last week. The movie wasn't even supposed to be released on Paramount until like October or something, and they leaked the entire movie, which is insane. And I think it's so crazy to think about because the movie's been done, but it was like sitting around, I guess. So like,
Yes.
what does that mean for the future of the Avatar movie? Like, is Paramount going to move the release date up? Like, are they actually going to be able to release it
Yeah.
in theater?
Yeah.
Millions of people have already seen it now, which is so crazy. And so my timeline on TikTok is all of the just like edits from the movie. I remember the first
That's
started happening, I was like,
crazy.
where's this from? Like, I didn't know this was happening. And the whole movie was leaked, which is so crazy to think about, especially when you think about, pop culture in general, how everything is
Yeah.
changing with streaming versus in theaters. The
Yeah.
prestige is to be in theaters, right? But it seems like some companies are using it to get people to subscribe to their streaming channels
Mm,
because Paramount Plus, bless their hearts, it's not like on the list of streaming channels. It's not my number
yeah.
one. I
It's
am a
not.
subscriber, but like that's because I forgot to
Same.
cancel mine. It's not on. I'm not watching it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wow.
It's
You know,
crazy.
something I need them to leak is this new Hunger Games movie. Not actually, please don't, because I wanna see it in the theaters. But when I tell you, I'm ready. I am ready. Have you read the book?
Okay, no. So I was like a little on the older side, I think, when the Hunger Games
Um,
craze happened. So when the movies came out, I was already working. And I did read the OG books and I loved them because they were my cup of tea. And
yes, so good.
I think I saw the first two movies, but I didn't see the last two of the OG J Law ones.
What?
And I haven't read any of the new books that have come out since then. And I didn't see I didn't see the
Ballad of the
last one
Songbirds.
either. Yeah.
Candace, we've got to get to business. We've got to get to business because first of all, the OG movies are fantastic. Like actually so good. Like and Hunger Games for me, so Twilight was like 5th grade through 8th grade for me, which was fun. Like that was a great like, YA moment for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for Hunger Games, I started reading those in middle school. So also a great YA moment for me. And
Mhm, mhm.
when Twilight was literally about to end, I was like, great, we have Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So that took me into high school. So I had a great era of like, coming of age and like all these great movies that really like Hunger Games really shaped my like how I wanted to be like an activist because
Yeah.
I never saw Hunger Games as like, "Oh, this is just dystopian beat bop bop bop." No, like it's real life. Like, if this was you, what would you be doing?
Yeah.
If you were Katniss were on the side of like District 12, like what would you be doing? Well, Hunger Games has always been super important to me. And I love the fact that we're getting prequels. Like the world of Hunger Games is just so vast, and I love that she can really keep writing books for fucking forever if she wants to, because who else's story I wanna hear about? Rue. I'd love to hear Effie. I'd love to hear, Plutarch Heavensbee, like, I would love to hear all the stories. So, I'm really, really excited. It's Haymitch's story, his games, and there's just a lot of the characters from Catching Fire are in, because Haymitch was like, "Oh yeah, me and Beatty, we go way back. Oh, Mag, she's actually a lovely person." And so then you understand why and how he knows these people. And it's just I sobbed during the book. I was unwell for like 2 days after. Like I kept crying when I thought about it. So I'm just very, very excited. And we know Katniss and Peeta are going to be in the movie. So I'm so excited about that to see
Really?
yes, yes, J-Law and Josh Hutcherson are going to be in the movie.
How? Because
Um,
isn't the movie about Haymitch's quarter quell?
epilogue, epilogue,
Okay.
epilogue. Yes,
Interesting.
there's an epilogue scene, and I don't know if you probably don't remember me posting about it, but I posted when they cast them, when they said, like, casting announcement, like, they will be coming back. I fully fell to my knees and was like, "Thank you!" Because they could have very easily, like, have not put the epilogue in the movie, like but I think it really ties everything to oh my god, I really want you to read the book. Like, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I just think it's her best work. It really is her best work. So, so, so good.
Oh,
So
yeah,
good.
I'll put it on my list. Oh, I think I will say, especially when I was younger, I used to love dystopian fiction, and that was my bread and
Yeah.
butter. Like, I don't know if you ever read Battle Royale, which was it's kind of like when Hunger Games came out, I was like, "Oh, kinda like Battle Royale," where it's just like every
Mhm.
year, like a class of Japanese school kids are put on an island and they have to like fight to the death.
Yeah.
And so that was already sort of my bread and butter, like, and then Hunger Games
Mhm.
came out. But I will say, basically since Trump got elected the first time, I've really like stepped away from dystopian fiction because I was just like, we're living it, babe. Like, I don't
It's
know.
not fiction.
It's real.
No, I'm
I
100% with
never
you.
watched Handmaid's Tale. I was like, I've read the book. We're living it real time. The World of Hunger Games. So I loved the first three books.
Yeah.
And hearing you say that the newer ones are good, that gives me hope because I'm always skeptical, after a trilogy or a series is finished when people start releasing
Yes.
prequels and that I'm like, how like is this good? Is this a money grab? Like what are we
Yes.
doing here? But
Yeah.
it sounds like it's good. So
No,
I'm
the
gonna read.
Haymitch's story is fantastic, literally her best work. Now, the one before that, which is about President Snow, I could have done without it, but it was fun, but I could have done without it.
Okay.
But this one, like, truly is her best work. I think it's fantastic, but I'm totally with you. Like, that's why I can't watch things that are too dystopian. That's why I was super hesitant to watch Paradise, but it's Paradise is still really, really, really good, and I can't look away from it. So, still a great watch, but I'm definitely with you because I was like, "Oh, like, I was watching it one of my favorite edits is about Hunger Games, and someone commented, "Oh, I don't think this is a movie anymore," and I commented, "It's never been just a movie, like,
Well,
ever."
that's the
It
thing.
is that's the thing, it's never just been that. Because I mean, she wrote the book based off of what was going on at the time when we were it was we were Iraq and everything, and she was just like, "It's so weird that we're watching people die and we're watching this war, and then we're sending, like, kids over there are dying, and, we're just oh, we're gonna do a red carpet, like, oh, we're the capital, and that's where the books came from. So, I think it's just a great piece of work. Can't
No,
wait for you to read and to tell me your thoughts.
I really loved hearing you say how it sort of made you into the person you are today. And that's why I think like science fiction is so important. People sort of
Yes.
like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," but science fiction, it's literally, if it's done well, it's authors looking at what's going on today, looking what's happened in history and sort of extrapolating, like moving beyond, like, here's what could happen based on like what's going on now. And
Yep.
that's why I think it's so important. And it's also so shocking to me that now we're in an age where these things are happening. For example, AI. Everyone's like, let's use AI. I was like, has nobody read a book? This never works out. The computers take over. What are we doing? Like, no one's thinking about the ethics and just sort of the possibilities and the risks that authors have been thinking about for the past 50, 60, 70 years. Like, even The
Yep.
Time Machine, written by H.G. Wells, like, there are things that he's thinking about that now are happening. And it's just like, this is why, honestly, the arts, liberal arts education is so important and reading is so important
Yep.
because this
Yep.
is how we learn and do better. And it's so important for
Yep.
kids and adults to remember the lessons they've learned.
Science fiction is like it's scary to watch if you're someone that is it can be scary to watch or to read if you're someone that is super tuned into the world and, all the things, but it's also, like you said, very, very important. So, something very different from science fiction, Devil Wears 2 or Devil Wears Prada 2 coming out. Fun fact, I've never seen Devil Wears Prada. I'm watching it this week, Candace. I'm finally watching it this week.
Okay.
I will be watching this week because I need to prepare to watch the next one. So,
Yeah. Well, let me know what you think. And yeah, it's one of my formative movies. I read the book, the first book when it came out. It was huge. I saw the movie like a million times. I can still quote it. And as
love.
somebody who has done like so many fashion internships and worked in magazines, especially like around that time, like it's so near and dear to my heart. And I really hope you like it because to me, it like stands the test of time. Like it's such a good
I
movie.
I think I'll like it. I just never it's one of those things I never got around to, and then I kinda was just like, "Oh, okay, whatever, I'll get around to it." Meh, and then when they were like, "There's a second one," I was like, "Okay, n now is the time. I have to watch." And Molly loves it, and, like, my wife never really watches movies, so I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you've seen it? Okay." And Molly was like, "I'm surprised you haven't. It seems like a movie that you would love." So, I'm excited about it. It's just I don't know, I just never was like, "I need to watch," and now I need to watch, so I will report back for sure.
When I watched it, I was like, this is an instant classic and it's definitely held up. I mean, here's the thing. Meryl Streep. Like, what more do you need? Meryl Streep,
Correct.
iconic hair, just iconic bitchiness, playing Anna Winter, Anne Hathaway, when she's just
Love.
starting out, she was perfect in the role. Um,
One of my favorite white women, on-screen white women. Love Anne.
Honestly, I even when they tried to, like, cancel her for being annoying after Les Mis, I've always been on her side.
Who
And then, of course,
cares?
Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci is perfect. Like, every single person clocked in that movie. I have chills. Like, I can't wait for you to watch it. When are you
I
seeing it?
als I'm just gonna watch the first one. I'm gonna watch it home sometime this week, and I'm so pissed because I was invited to an early screening of the movie, and I can't go because I'll be in Miami. So,
Oh,
it is
no.
what it is. Oh, no, I'll be in Miami. But, yeah.
My
So,
lobster's too
I
buttery.
will have I'll have to avoid spoilers for the second one because I will
Yeah.
need to see it as soon as I come back. So I'm very excited to be in the know about Devil Wears Prada. Finally, I'll
I'm
finally
excited
get all
to
the
watch it.
references.
And, like, the fashion, I mean, I think it's great. Um, but I'm curious what you'll think as someone who hasn't seen it before, and like now we're
Okay,
20 years later. I
I'm
can't believe
ready.
it's 20 years old. It
I'm
feels
ready.
like maybe 5 years old to me. I'm gonna
I think
rewatch it.
that's how I feel when I watch like Sex and the City. Like when I rewatch even the Sex and the City movie, I love looking at the fashion. I think it's such a fun like capsule, and it's so fun to
Yeah,
look back on
yeah.
what was trendy, what was hip, yada yada. So yeah, I'm excited. I will definitely keep you I'll put all my thoughts actually in a notes page, a notes app, and I will share it.
Oh
We
my
will
god,
discuss.
please do, and I'll react to your notes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what else? Oh, Summer House is still consuming my every waking thought and breath, and it's weird because we're watching the season going on right now. And now we're looking at the way everybody's acting differently because we know that Amanda and West hook up. And then real time, we're also seeing them out and about. Like Amanda posted to her Instagram story, she's like, I understand the magnitude of what I done, but like I can't just like be at home anymore. I'm going outside. And immediately that night she was seen like at a dive bar with West and his friends. And everyone just like,
Yuck.
what? Everyone thought she posted it because she was going to Coachella and had brand deals. No, she just wanted to like go to a dive bar in like the village.
Yuck.
And then Sierra got a Glamour cover. And then that
I
day
saw
we
that.
saw she looked amazing.
Yep.
And then that day we saw West and Amanda at a Yankees game looking miserable, just like ruining.
Yuck.
And it's tough because Summer House, I've always texted you about it. I'm like, oh my God, you have to watch, you have to watch. And it was like my comfort show, found
Yes.
family, friends, just like partying in the Hamptons, low stakes drama. But like now it's like watching a horror movie.
I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Exactly. It's like, get me out of here. And it's just like, it's kind of like how I feel with F1 right now. Not as bad, but like not having that base, like
Rip.
comforting base that you know what's going to happen. Just
Yeah.
everything is just like, whoa. Like
Yeah.
losing the comfort show is so difficult. And honestly, F1 is my comfort sport. And it's been a rough 2 years. First
See?
as a Carlos Sainz fan, and now with these regulations and just like all of this uncertainty, like I feel
This is
unmoored,
why
untethered.
I can't watch new stuff. Like, this is why I don't like to watch new stuff because I have my comforts. Like, I know Gossip Girl's never changing. I know Sex and the City is never changing. I know Teen Wolf is never changing. I need to keep
Yeah.
watching those things because now you're saying that Summer House is gonna disappoint me. Like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might not. Like, it also, you might be like, oh, girl, I could have seen this coming years ago.
Okay. True, 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 true. We talked about that. Yeah. I love that this is the third episode that you have talked about Summer House. Guys, just so you know, my birthday just passed like a few days ago. And at my birthday party, Candace, like every 5 minutes, has anyone watched Summer House? Has anyone watched Summer House? We there were other
Of
people, so
course.
don't worry. She got to talk about Summer House, but I love how much you love Summer House, and it has only fueled my longing to go back to the Hamptons. So I will for sure be watching at least like a season or two this summer because I always love to watch things about the Hamptons in the summer just cuz obviously. So, yeah, I will definitely be watching like some things and I'll definitely keep you updated.
Did you ever watch Revenge?
Don't even get me started on Revenge. Molly and I literally finished our rewatch, I think last year. We were having a ball. We were having a blast. That show is fun, and I'm pissed it wasn't longer. That is a fun show and
That was
based
a
in the
wild time.
in the Hamptons. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I was pissed to find out that they didn't go to the Hamptons to actually film because when we went, I was like, "Babe, let's go to some revenge locations." And then I looked it up and I was like, "Oh my God, there's like the places aren't even real." Because I wanted to go to the Shack, like, Jack like owned the bar and there's some
Yeah.
other things I wanted to see. No, they never even they filmed in Los Angeles and whoa, they filmed in Los Angeles. So that was disappointing for me because we were watching and then we ended up going to the Hamptons like a couple weeks later and I was like, damn,
Wait, that's so sad. But
right?
speaking of Hamptons shows that I also love, have you ever seen Royal Pains?
No, but people have told me I should watch.
It's cute. It's from like the USA heyday when they had white collar suits, Royal Pains, like,
Mhm.
from that era. But that's like a fun
Yeah.
little Hamptons,
Okay.
little
Good
Hampton
to know.
if you're looking
I
for one.
will I'll mark that in. We have
Yeah.
gotten to a very fun part of the episode, something that we cannot say goodbye without doing. This is our XOXO. Candace, what's your XO?
Okay, so my XOXO of the week is Dorian Pon, who is a Mercedes development driver, and I think she won F1 Academy last year. She
Yep.
just got to test a Mercedes F1 car, one of the ones that Lewis and Valtteri drove in Silverstone this past week. And so that's really exciting. So we love to see the F1 Academy girls developing and moving in their journey in motorsport. She's always been a top talent, and she's someone that I feel like will go far. You know, she's done so much with endurance, the Iron Dames, and then F1 Academy. So
Yep.
it's really cool to see her getting that opportunity.
As they call her, the pocket rocket.
Rocket, rocket.
She is amazing. That was really, really cool to see. I don't know, very like, whoa, like we've got a woman in an F1 car. Like, hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So, and yeah, that was really, really cool. Mm,
Especially
that's a
since
great XOXO.
Yeah, thank you. Especially since, there's been some criticism of F1 Academy because it does seem more of like a stopping point than a jumping
Yeah.
off. And so I think this is a good step in getting women in that pipeline
Yeah.
to un. You know,
Yeah.
it probably won't be Dorian, unless something
Yeah.
crazy happens. But at least something is happening. She's still
Yes.
pressing up.
But
So
I also think it is up to teams too. Like
yeah,
everyone, I think a lot of the blame is on F1 Academy, but like, no, the teams also need to be backing these women. Mercedes is like, no, we see something spectacular in her. Yeah, she's coming to Mercedes to be a development driver. Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's really back her. And it's not just like I totally hear the criticism of F1 Academy still has, a ways to go. I totally hear that, but it's still up to the teams and F1 to
yeah.
help really, back these women as well. So, yeah, I'm with you. It's a great step and I love to see it. XOXO, my XOXO is Colton Herta is officially going to be making his Formula 1 debut and the FP1 sessions, the first one being in Barcelona. So exciting as a Colton fan, like I've already talked about. Super, super cool. And yeah, I just think it's super awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
No, I'm really excited for him, and I want to see him in F1 in like the next couple of years, within the next couple of years, because I think he's a great driver, and I want to see American like a strong American driver on the grid.
Yes, yes, totally agree.
Yeah, well, that's all, folks. That's it for today. It was without racing, a month without racing. It's been a little slow on the F1 front, but we are so excited for Miami, Monaco, Montreal. Asia and I will be going to Montreal together. Really excited for that. So yeah, stay tuned. I know we're gonna have a lot of great Miami stuff from Tasia. And that's it. You know you love us. XOXO.
XOXO,
Gossip
Gossip
Girl.
Goals.